Okay, welcome to the setup of the Borne game. You're going to start by creating the universe, or the galaxy, I'm sorry. And you have 90 of these tiles that come in the game. The first one you want to place is the black hole tile in the center of your table. We do recommend a rubber non-slip neoprene mat to hold the tiles in place. As you can see here, they don't move at all. So once you place your black hole, you're going to surround it with what we call open space. So open space are tiles with no other graphics on them. They're just completely spaced tiles. All right. Now, so this is the black hole. This is level 1. Now you're up to level 2. Now in level 2, you're going to see the tiles on the back have a number 2. So what you're going to do is the tiles that have the number 2, you're going to start placing them. And what we recommend is that you place the tiles with the number 2 every other space. So you have a graphic, and then you have just an open, again, a blank open space tile. A graphic, open space, graphic, open space, graphic, open space. So now you've created this next ring. Now this next ring is the third row. So the third row, they're gonna have the number 3. Now in the third level, you're going to have the moons. So there's 4 moons, right? You have the green, you have the blue, you have the orange, and you have the purple. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put all your 3s, and any spaces that are open, you're going to put, again, just the open space tiles. The third ring has a lot of graphics, so there's not a lot of open space. Now, when you place the 4th ring, you want to start with your planets, because the purple planet needs to be next to the purple moon. This is the only fixed rule, I would say, in creating the galaxy. So you do need to, although everything is happening randomly, these are the only tiles that are you have to specifically put. So the purple planet will be next to the purple moon, the green planet next to the green moon, the blue planet next to the blue moon, the orange planet next to the orange moon. And you'll see these also have the number 4 on the back. So now you're up to the 4th level. So again, you put them all down, and any spaces that are left in between, you put the open space tile. The last ring is called the outer ring. This is all basically open space. You'll see no graphics on the outer ring except for one tile, and that's the secret satellite. So once you do that, you're also going to put the pirate mothership token on the pirate mothership tile. You'll see that there's a couple of other pirate tiles. You don't put anything. So in this game, the only piece that's actually on the board is this mothership tile. So now once that is set up, you're going to want to then create your pirate attack. So at the beginning of the game, what you're going to do is you're going to draw 9 cards, and for each card you draw, you're going to put 1 pirate token on that space in the space tile board. So if I pull out green moon, I would put 1 on the green moon. If I pull out purple moon, I would put 1 on the purple moon, and so on, until you have 9. So once you have 9, this is now the discard pile. So actually, when we started, or this setup, these are the 9 that correspond to that. So except for that green moon that I just did. So now these are the discard piles. So you have the pirate attack deck, and you have the discard pile, and now you have a starting point of 9 pirates on that board. Okay, now the next thing is each player needs to pick a card or a planet that they're going to represent. And I'll just put this one here, and I'll put Josiah, and you can see his special ability. So each different player has a different ability, and you will get a green player card. You'll get the green gas, or what we call it, the fuel. You'll get the green spaceship, and you'll get all of the green flags as well. So to start, these are the tokens that you start with on the board. You start with a token for the number of pilots that you have. You start with a token for the recon tracking. You start with a token for your actions. You start with 4 weapon tokens. You start with 4 shield tokens. and then your gas tokens. So this is everything that comes on everybody's board. All right, let's see. So if you look around, every board starts the same. Now every player starts with one flag. So everyone takes one flag and puts it on their corresponding planet. So to start the game, each player starts with one flag on their planet. All right, now we go to the coordinate cards. And in a 4-player game, each player starts with 2 cards. So you shuffle this deck and you give each player 2 cards. And each player also starts with 1 bonus card. So you shuffle the bonus card deck and you give 1 to each player. So this is a 4-player game setup. Now, this is probably the trickiest part of the game. You take the rest of the coordinate cards and you're going to split them into 5 decks. So you do it kind of evenly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you just keep on going until this is completely out of cards. All right, now we're playing, there's a rookie mode, there's an intermediate mode, and there's a pro mode. So this is also set up for the intermediate. In the intermediate, you're gonna use 5 black hole cards. In the rookie, you use 4 black hole cards, and in the pro, you're gonna use 6. So obviously, the more black hole cards, the more difficult the game is. Now, what you do is you're gonna put 1 black hole card on top of each deck, okay? Now, this is important. You shuffle each deck independently. So I shuffle this deck, give it a little shuffle, and just put it back down. So you do the same thing, you know, with all these decks. I'm not gonna, for the sake of the video, do too much shuffling. But you shuffle them independently, and you just place it right on top, right? So basically what that means is within 12 cards or so, a black hole card is going to be drawn. So now you have your coordinate card deck also set up. So at this point, you are ready to start the game. You can choose whatever method you want to pick a first player. And there's a couple of other tokens that are in the game, but it's part of an action. So these are the pirate patrols that you can use as an action, but you don't start with any of these. These are the rare crystals that you'll be using as well in the game. Again, these are the actual fuel tanks, these timers, and this is the reserve fuel tank that everyone would share. And if you are playing the legacy version, if you've passed a rule on a previous game, these are the rules for the ruler of the planet. So again, that's explained in the rule book, but rules carry on from game to game. And so if there is a rule in play, then you would make sure that you address that rule. That's it. That's the setup of Spaceborne. You are now ready to start your engines.